Hello, hopefully everyone's doing well. I am going to mute this. And we are going to actually switch what we are looking at here. Is there just a layout? I'm not sure if this will work or not. We're gonna try this one. I haven't tried this layout with the speedruns, so we're gonna try this. Alright. Hopefully everyone is doing well today. We are going to not delete that one. We're going to delete this one. We're going to be playing some SMO. It's been a little bit since I've done an SMO speedrun, and we are doing this in English. We're doing Moonless any percent today. I figured this would be a fun run. Just because it is a little bit different. It's a category extension that I was looking at recently. But hopefully everyone is enjoying their Sunday. I have my route here. And then the reason we're doing this in English, I've only ran through this once, and I'm a little rusty with moon names. Usually I'm pretty good at that, moon names, but I just want to be sure. So it's only going to cost, you know, a few seconds. So it's fine at the end of the day. So I'm hoping that, you know, if we end up missing like a moon, if we get a moon in the wrong order, the goal is to press home and then instantly reset. So we're just going to do one run tonight. I'm guessing this will be about 2 hours. So we'll see. All right, but let's go ahead and we'll get into this run today. SMO, any percent. Moonless, any percent, no skips. All right, and hopefully I remember to split here. 3, 2, 1, go. And I'm gonna turn this audio down. Oh wow, that's way loud. Okay. So we'll see how we can do today. I'm just kind of curious what kind of results we're gonna get. Obviously, cap any percent, and then cascade is almost the same as regular any percent. The only difference is the last moon is going to be chopped through the rocks, so that's why I just have to pay attention. All right, good. Pretty good for like I said, being rusty here at this. I don't know the last time I did an SMO speedrun. Obviously, the last time I streamed it, I did run through this route about a week ago. So, see what kind of difference that pays off for me. Alright, and we are not coming back to cap, so we don't need a checkpoint. I also don't think we need any coins. Pretty good. That was pretty good. There was not anything bad in cap there. The last hit on Topper, I think, was the only really big mess up we had. So I feel pretty good about that run, or that cap. I think that's like a 225, 226. We will see what I end up with. 224. Wow. I guess I'm on Twitch too, so I have to think about that too. Okay. At least I know I can get 224s. even without practice. I haven't really been consistent at cap for a while. I really don't think, like, I think my cap is pretty good for, like, my skill level. So that one is one, like, obviously left side would be the next thing to implement, but currently not at my level. Just like DSS is not what I need here. I'm curious if people implement DSS into this run. I'm guessing so. Because you do have to get these in order. And then this basically is world peace. Like, we are going to be getting peace in every kingdom. Which makes sense. Because we're doing the moonless. And so the first 2 moons in each kingdom are going to be 2 moons. I really don't need those coins. We are going to have to move here. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. Like, so far I feel good with that. And we have Hop Through the Rocks is our 5th moon here. And I thought about doing the other route in this stream as well, but I didn't practice it at all. I figure we'll do that at some point. Alright, so that is our 5th moon. And we are out of here. I do think that that's an odd moon to be at number 5. Like, I don't know if it's just like an alphabetical order thing, but like, isn't like the 5th moon atop the cliff or whatever, you know? Like, I don't know. Not the treasure chest. It just interesting to me. Alright, we will head over to sand. We are leaving with a sub 6 still. Even with that other moon. Impressive. What's up, Gorgam? How are you doing? How is your Sunday going? Alright, so yeah, we're just doing any percent, so we're going all the way to atop the highest tower here. Well, any percent. Moonless. It's world peace, so we're gonna be... It wants us to get the tower checkpoint, but... Just keep rolling forward until eventually we get... Dang it. But there's checkpoints. And I'm sure there's people that do this and just skip this section. Probably not. That's a pretty hard jump to do. Okay. We're just gonna go all the way. And we are not getting that moon because it is not in order, but we will come back and get that moon later. Alright, and then Moon Shards is next. Hope you're having a good Sunday though, Gorgon. Hope you're team made it into the NCAA tournament. Ready? Oh, that was almost bad. That is not what I wanted to do, but if I die, it's okay. And unfortunately, in this run, we have to see this cutscene, the Sand 1 cutscene instead of the Sand 2 cutscene. The Sand 2 cutscene is way better because nothing happens. But in this one, actually happens. Alright. But for real though, we're actually going to warp here. Because apparently it's faster to go up here first. Which makes sense. And then there's no IP clip to worry about here. Okay. There's actually no clips in this because it's basically like all Story Moon's light. I mean, or like you can even call it an extended version of all Story Moons, like basically all Story Moons but worse, because you have to get all the Story Moons plus everything else. And I almost wanted to go for that 2D moon. But we're not doing that here. There we go. That's so weird. I don't know the last time I did this when the ship was there. Like, it's just like kind of freaky. Because I'm so used to doing this fight like before you're supposed to. Okay, and then hopefully we know what we're doing. We're good. And like I said, we really don't need to be stressing about coins, because I don't believe there's any in this run. One thing that I was looking at when I was doing this, I was like, what if you were to do this route, but almost? How long would it take? I don't know if I want to know the answer to that. It would probably be miserable, though. It would be... I mean, if this run is as long as it is, it's probably like closer to like 15 hours, I would think. You could probably do it in like maybe if it's just all moons, maybe you could do it in 12. Just with like the all moons record. But it definitely would be multiple hours longer. And I could just up here. But yeah, this one I thought about that. I'm like, it'd be cool to like even just try it out, because especially like for ones like Toadette moons, obviously you cannot talk to Toadette until all the Toadette moons are unlocked, and that has to be the last thing that you do in Mushroom, like for sure. So I'm curious if that's possible. I don't know. And then you have to do like for example for the what's the one guy's name? The guy who travels around every kingdom. The sand visitor. You'd have to like literally wait until a certain point to get those moons. So that would be really interesting too, like in terms of like revisits. And then you'd have to figure out when you can go to each kingdom for the like the other moons, like the I don't know. There's just so many moons. You'd have to think about the order. And like sub areas, like there's certain sub areas that might have a moon that comes later. Like I'm thinking of like the people's room in Metro. Like there's a moon later, so you'd have to do the first 2 moons first, and then the other moon later. I don't know. There's so much like routing that would go into it. I think it would be a really cool route. Because it would be not a good speed run necessarily because of how long it would be. Okay. Alright, got him. Alright, now we actually get to do the kingdom. So, see what goes on here. That was not when I wanted to pause the game, but it's fine. It will be okay. Okay. Now, next on the list, overlooking in the desert town. So that's right here. Wow. And the game is already being mean to me. Wow. Is that what it's called? Overlooking? No, it's just overlooking the. That's what I thought. And then alcove. Like I said, I'm playing the English just to be sure, but I'm pretty sure I know what these moons are. Alcove in the ruins. And this one's on the leaning pillar, which on the leaning pillar, hidden room in the flowing sands. Actually, this is where you want to use the bullet bill. Hidden room. And this is where you warp. You got a secret of the mural, then secret of the inverted mural. Which, does that make sense? There's no way. That didn't do anything for me. Okay. Now, Secret of the Inverted Mural. We gotta go here. And that one's no fun because you have to go all the way back through this. Hence the tedious backtracking that you have to do with all means. It's not just like a fleshed out route. And that was pretty bad. Oh. Okay. But so far, we are good. And I'm really trying to pay attention to my route here, because this is one of those routes. I mean, it's so different than anything else that I've ever done. Which I like it because it's a challenge for me. Secret of the Inverted Mural. I'm back to the round tower. Alright, on top of the stone archway. That's this one. And then crate. Which I guess we just go back this way. Is that faster to do this? It probably is faster. Oh, that's not faster when you do that, though. Okay. Crate in the ruins. And warp to the Odyssey, and you're done. Amazing. All right. And let's make sure we do this. All right. 20 minutes done with sand. All right, so this one obviously instantly going to be going to Rango. And then we have Dory, Cheap, End of the Hidden Passage, which is the Lake Lagoon. And then what's in the box and on the lake shore. Okay, on the lake shore being last. Alright. All done with Ringo. And then we have Dory. Dory, Cheap. Cheap, we gotta get up. The zipper. There's a lot of stuff here. Okay, and instantly we're gonna warp. Dory. Now, is it faster here to drop down? I would assume it's faster to drop down. And just collect a cheap sheep. Okay. Oh, I did a spin throw there, but it still worked out. And that is end of the hidden passage. Okay, just wanted to make sure. 80% moons, but still rusty. And then what's in the box? Let's put it over here. Okay. That is... Okay. It's still the first run, so I can take dumb time losses like that. And who knows when the next time I'm going to do this is. Alright, warp to the Odyssey and get on the lake shore, and then we're done. That was not what I wanted to do. Okay. We're out of here. Now, Wooded is going to be our toughest kingdom yet. Because it is 16 moons, but arguably harder than sand, because you can't just warp to the round tower a bunch of times. You're going to have to go all around. A lot more warping. So this will be the longest kingdom for sure. Plus the boss fights aren't short here. Here it is, but like Torque Drift, one of the longer boss fights. And then we are going to be having to talk to Sphinx here. Okay. Thought I got a spin throw or spin pound. The answer here is 3. I do remember that answer by heart, but I just never have to do it. Oh man. Okay, so Road to Sky Garden, Flower Thief, so we're gonna do a tower skip. And we are not going to get a checkpoint. I guess we don't have to go through the tower, so that actually might save us. Like, we don't have to go through the inverted pyramid. So that might save us a little bit. Because we can just do tower skip on, like, in Sand Kingdom. Which you could technically do IP clip. Not sure how much time it would save. Sure it would save a little bit. Amazing. Okay. And we're gonna have 4 moons. So here, surprisingly, thanks for the charges in here. I got the spin pound that time. Guess that's something. Oh my goodness. There's no... Okay, I'm at least down here. I just didn't have enough momentum here. Okay, whatever. So we're gonna be going here. Got it. Okay. Sounds like a storm outside at 10 p.m. at night. Yay, I guess. Alright, so. Defend the secret flower field. This will be number 6 through 8. And then we can start doing other moons. One of the longer boss fights, as I mentioned earlier. So, a little bit costly in terms of time, but... So I should have this one right around here, somewhere. Okay. One more. This one's right around here. Amazing. We got a good fight here. Very nice. Not that there's anything out of the ordinary that normally happens, but good fight nonetheless. Also, I need to figure out where my remote is for that. Okay. I was gonna use my LED lights that are normally around my room, but I can't find the remote. Whatever it is. I have 2 of them. And I just can't seem to find the other one. I don't know. You know what? It's right there. On the ground. But no, it's not plugged in right now, so. Alright, so we are going to warp to the summit path and get behind the rock wall. And then we're going to go back way up the mountain. And that's okay. That is not okay. What? How did I not get my cap across there? Alright, now back way up the mountain here is a 2D moon. And I'm pretty sure that this is the right one. Okay, Goomba. You're gonna die. I mean, you already died, but while you died, you messed me up. This is making a cycle. Back way up the mountain, and we're gonna go back to the Odyssey. And do some 80% movement. Which includes... we're getting a rock moon first. And then we're gonna get hot hopping the forest. And then we're gonna get thanks for the charge. I was wrong. This is gonna be faster with sand for sure. Thanks for the charge. Warp to summit path. Right here. We'll get atop the tall tree, tucked away and tied inside this tunnel, and then over the cliff's edge. Okay, I'm not sure that was faster than just using the uproot, but it made it look fun. Okay, so now here, this one's over the cliff's edge. Very important here. We get the right one. It is over the cliff's edge, and we are done. Only about 11 minutes. 11:20 by the time we globe and everything, but about, I mean, 3 minutes faster than our sand, so surprising. Alright, Cloud is going to be the same, and then Lost will be very different. Lost will be very different. I'm just happy that I have not resorted to regular any percent mode yet. Something I'm hoping will not happen today, but you never know. Alright, see what we can do in Cloud. Alright, we'll see what that Cloud ends up being. I thought that was solid. $131. I think that's a real Cloud Gold. I don't know if that's, you know, with Switch 2 or whatever. I'm trying to learn the Bowser manips a little better. Okay, that was bad. Kind of messed it up. Okay. Okay. Top of propeller pillar. Okay. Trigger Klepto. And then below the cliff's edge. Inside the stone cage, which is... In my practice, I messed this up. This one is inside the stone cage. Correct. On a tree inside the swamp. Okay. Not a great death, but not a terrible one either. We should have 4 moons. We are 2. Alright, so over the fuzzies above the swamp is right here. This one here is where we're gonna death warp. Okay, so we got avoiding fuzzies inside the wall. Death warp to Swamp Hill. Inside the rising stone pillar, which is right here. We're going to warp up here. Enjoying the view. And then on the mountain road. Propeller Pillar Secret. And mostly 80% moons, except for the fuzzies ones. Yo, let's go. I got a bot. Goodbye, bot. Not bad. Alright, Metro, of course. Metro, the biggest question mark is going to be which is the correct order for the musicians. Which is drummer, guitarist, bassist, trumpeter. So slightly different than what I would always do in World Peace, which is bassist second. Obviously, we have 11 moons on the way to 20, so we'll still need 19. This one will probably be one of the longest games. Can you confirm? Nope. Not enough momentum. And the big reason there is we are not doing that other moon. Oh man. We are missing a cycle here. Could be worse. Now, no chest here. Good. Good stuff there so far. Let's see if we can get a good pattern. And the big thing here is going to be just the moves after. Oh my. That will in fact be a 3-cycle because that, yeah, just too high for me. It's okay. Could be worse. This has been a pretty decent, like, there's many, like, too many troubles this run, so I'm, especially if we get a quick one here. One health is not great, but we'll be fine. And the real question is what time we're going to come out with after this kingdom, because roughly this kingdom's the halfway point and should determine roughly how long it's going to take. Because I'm estimating about an hour 40. Hour 50 for this run. Alright, so we're going to get some checkpoints. Go talk to Pauline here. Alright, drummer. And we get guitarist. Alright, and then we go warp to our new checkpoint that we've just collected. We go talk to the guitarist. Oh man. Okay. And then this one, do not get hidden in the scrap, because I messed up and got that on my practice run. That is one thing we do not want to do. Okay. I do think we come back for that move, though. This is why we get the checkpoint here. Alright, we got bassist. And then we will get to the trumpeter. Which we're gonna warp up here and then take a nice jump. Alright, Mr. Trumpeter. He wants us to get the cafe checkpoint, so we will do that. See, like, this kingdom feels like Festival Present right now until later. We're obviously gonna have to get more moons. But, like, you know, in Festival Present, you just have to get all the moons. And you could save some time there by doing a pipe flip that I am not good at. I'm going to refrain. Okay. That storm is... The sky is groaning. It's groaning tonight. That's what I wanted. All right. Head into the festival. Here we go. Put your peppities in the chat, put your party curvies in the chat if you want to celebrate the festival with some great music. See, and you think like this would be the end of the kingdom, but we're still gonna have 11 moons. Or we're still gonna have 9 moons. Like, it really feels like almost like a backwards world piece or something like that. It's not backwards, it's like you're doing world peace, just doing it first instead of last. I don't know. Again, it hurts getting some of these moons. I'm like, it's right on the way, but we just have to do it later. A traditional festival collected. Festival present done. 51 minutes. Not bad. Sure, it's faster than some people's times. All right, and then next up on the list, we have coming up here. We're going to be doing Inside an Iron Girder, which is going to be something that is in night. Outdoor cafe. I think that's right. An interesting one to go right there for. Just make sure inside an iron girder. Amazing. And we're warping to the heliport. Swaying in the breeze? Yeah, so. And then girder sandwich. How is girder sandwich? Like, after? I don't know. Like, that one comes first, you'd think. Alright, City Hall rooftop. Glittering above the pool. Then back to dizzying heights. Okay, glittering above the pool. That's not where I wanted to go. I'm so used to that for dizzying heights. ultimately changes, you know, a couple seconds. So. Okay. Dizzying heights. Dizzying the heights. Whoever wrote all these is this route. That's the moon's wrong. Moon name's wrong. Alright, secret girder tunnel. I don't know if we're gonna make that dram. There we are. Two piles of garbage on this, and then hid in the scrap and left at the cafe. Dave, that's a weird order. Hid in the scrapped, left at the cafe. Sniped. And there's 20 moons. So far, so good. We're about 54 minutes in, so if we're tracking this pace right, we are on about a hour 50-minute pace. So we'll see. We'll see if that's the actual runtime or not. I would wager to guess probably. Alright, now with snow, we have to fight Rango 2. One of the few routes that actually faces Rango 2. Very unfortunate. Now I'm curious if this route would ban going to Seaside first. You'd think so. Like, right? You would think so? Yo, what's up, Kopi? And Karen, what's up? Hope you're doing good. Oh, man. You'd run into the game of life. That is as good. I actually have the game of life on Steam, surprisingly. Alright, icicle barrier is gonna be bottom right. How's it going? Hopefully everything is good audio-wise, Scopy. I don't think that there's any delays. Is there an issue with my stream? Maybe live it. I don't even know what quality I am at. I think I should be at, I think I'm at 720. I probably should be at 1080, but it's fine. Where am I going? Top right. And I do have to pay attention because this is in order. Everything the audio is good. Okay, I just want to make sure. Motivated you to speed run through life. Yeah. Well, what's new with you, Karen? This is my first SMO speedrun in a while, so I feel like I'm gonna get my SMO audience. A lot of my Twitch streams recently, I apologize, they've not been that great because I've been multi-streaming on YouTube. This video will probably be on YouTube as well, but like I'm not live streaming this per se. But like I've been doing like my Batman playthrough on YouTube as well. So we got YouTube partner as well on there. It's great. trying to keep my videos for the YouTube audience. I don't need that moon. Please do not get it. Because I am like, I feel like I'm going to make that mistake. I don't want to. Hope everyone's team as well made the NCAA tournament. Everyone's life is about to be wasted away watching college basketball. I haven't really looked at the bracket too much, but I'm sure I'll do some stuff. I'm sure I'll make some picks. I like the Cinderella of Miami, Ohio, but since they're making the first four, I don't see them going far. I could see them beating, I think they're playing SMU. So I could see them beating SMU, but then they play Tennessee, and I'm like, okay, I don't think they're going to beat Tennessee. Okay. Honestly, for a Rango 2, that was not bad. I don't know the last time I have played that guy. What's up, Z-Funk? Hope you're doing well. Moonless any percent is definitely a category. I will give it this. This is like, in terms of like uniqueness, you know, like a lot of like category extensions and whatever is like literally just any percent plus. This like feels like a unique category. Like, yes, you're getting world peace, but it just feels unique. Like the route is just, I mean, the game gives you the route. Like, I think that's really cool, and it's just, but it's just so unique because you have to get them in order. And I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but there wasn't a ton of people. I think it would be really interesting, like a concept of doing this, but like 100%. I'm sure there's people that's tried it out, but just doing this category, there's no way that there would ever be a category extension on the boards because it's brutal. Same thing as like Taka2, like, and All Moons. There's no way anyone would ever want to do that, like, as an RTA run to put on speedrun.com, but still, it's like, it's cool. Like, it's a cool concept. Because I did Taka2 All Moons once on just like a casual file. Like, just tried it out. I think it took 16 hours, you know, not RTA. I did not do that all at once, but also put in your times before bound goal. I roughly get about 55 usually. But the time in milliseconds, if you guess it correctly, you will win a free gift sub to my channel. We got a lot of emotes on our channel, so please participate. First lap was okay. Like I said, I get usually about a 55. Sometimes I'll get a 54, sometimes I'll get a 56. We are on a pretty good pace though right now. But I could beat a 55. But I don't want to jinx myself either. Oh, that was bad. 54! Look at it. 54. 53.45, Gopi, you had a lot of faith in me. I mean, honestly, I could have gotten 53 if I had had a couple better jumps there. At just that last jump. Unfortunately, you did not guess the correct time in milliseconds. But I have great news. A sub is only $5.99. Only $5.99. I am a Twitch salesperson. Just kidding. Twitch salesperson specifically for the Ninja Zane 7474 channel. Alright, now I actually have to pay attention to my route here. So, we are going to entrance to Shiveria. So we're going right back to Shiveria. And presumably, we are going to be going into some rooms. No, we're not. Okay. No, we are. We have to go into one room. I don't understand this route. Like, why is the moonless like this? Enters the ship area. Great. Behind Snowy Mountain, which is the Rango secret. And then Shining in the Snow, which is the Snowclip moon. Like, how does that make sense? Game devs, I just have questions. Like with some of these moon like list orders. Alright, so we're gonna try this. You still get a sub. You can also use Twitch Prime. And also, if you do have Prime, please look into Amazon Luna. Okay, I tried this earlier. I'm gonna try this once. We're not gonna do that. So I just wanted to see. That you can make that triple jump. I took way too long to try before, and it's faster for me to just go around. Shining in the Snow in Town, correct. And we have 10 minutes. Alright. Longer snow than I expected. Pretty sure you can do a backflip off the bottom left of the screen, then do movement from there. Well, I haven't tried that, so... I've only ran through this route once. And ultimately, my first run. I'm just going to do one run of this tonight, just because how late it is and I have work in the morning, but... This is a category I wouldn't be opposed to running more. But I honestly feel really good about this run. The only big mistake I've really made, like, other than maybe like small routing mistakes, is like I got a 3 cycle in that. Not that bad. Stone Pillar. Okay. Stone Pillar Lighthouse. Alright. This is like right out of World Peace almost. Feel free to try that whenever I have the time. Yeah. Be interested in that. Just like Screen Clip. Like I messed around with Screen Clip. People said it's free. I tried it a few times. I wouldn't say it's free, but it's not bad. But I also like am used to the other like downstairs. So alright, so that's fine. I don't mind not having the gushing. Alright, so there is no checkpoints. On a cliff, ride the jet stream. That okay. Pretty easy. This one. Alright. What? That was just odd timing. What? How did I get damaged there? Just because I spun too early? Oh, Auburn's the top ranked team in the NIT. Of course they are. Alright. Now this one. Should be able to do this and then go up. Is doing the clip any faster or nah? Or what here? For Seaside? Or like snow? For Hot Spring? I didn't know that there was a clip. I'll be honest. Maybe there is. I'm sure that there is one. That is not, to my knowledge, a clip that I knew existed, so probably is faster. What? You're juking me. Well, that's not gonna go well. Wow, he is good at juker. Try that again. Alright, so we should be able to make this over here, but I'm not sure we're gonna get this clip. I know that there's this clip if he goes around, which he did. Got that one. You can clip into the palace, lighthouse, spring seal, and many more. Okay. I'm not sure how it would save time. Like with a gushion? Or like just, if you're just regularly clipping, I wouldn't think so. Because you just have to, you just take a gushion, fly up, and get the moon, and if you're gonna clip in, I wouldn't think that saves time, especially if it's a harder clip. I don't know. I'd look it up. I would look it up. See if another route does it, but the route that I watched for this route was not hard. I think the guy got like a 130 or something like that. This is the right moon, right? On a cliff. Okay. Jet stream. Oh. Good. We are gonna have to wait for this thing anyway, so we're just gonna wait here. Not sure if a fish there is faster, but ultimately only like a second if it is. Amazing. And we're done. It's a really good time. Almost as good as my world peace time. Because that's the most time consuming moon out of all these. So that's a little over 7 minutes. Okay. Luncheon. This is going to be another long one. I am assuming. Just because there's a lot of warping. Yeah, I'd say we're with the pace we're on. If this one takes about 12 minutes, which I'm guessing it'll take about 12 minutes. It's about an hour 25. 30. Yeah, I'm gonna say about an hour 45 for this. Hour 45 for the run. And I could be completely wrong. Maybe I like to be wrong, but just my guesstimate. Obviously, ruined is gonna be ruined. Alright, so Brutals. We are gonna get a checkpoint under the cheese rocks. Meat plateau and path to the meat plateau. Because the weird thing here is, like, it feels long, but the longest part is actually the end. Because we're going straight to the story. So the longest part's getting all these checkpoints and trying to warp to, like, every single individual moon. Because it's not really a coherent order. Like, you think the developers would put them in a coherent order. But that's why this is really a category. Nope, that's not good. Okay. Is that a bop to the music? Because this is pretty good music. Alright, under the cheese rocks. The best thing is there's really not many moons that can go wrong anymore. It's this one and Moon. Well, I mean, this one and Bowser's. Unless for some reason I get the Chest Moon and Ruined. Oh, that was almost really bad. I'm glad there's such a there. That was really dumb. Okay. Three minutes in and we already got the multi-moon here. Alright, so is there any checkpoints here to... There's really not. We have to go... What? I hope I didn't need that checkpoint. Wow, that storm. Hopefully I don't lose power. It is raining like crazy. I hear it. I hear the wind and the thunder. So if my stream goes out, just an FYI, probably because of that. Does not sound great though. Oh my goodness. It snowed on Friday, but it was sunny or rainy. Well, it was really nice here yesterday. But weather seems to be bipolar here. Some days it's like really good, and then just like the next day it's like, I don't know, some days it's really warm, and the next day it's like freezing. Just, how does that make sense, you know? Why does weather have to do that? I mean, that's also just spring. It's technically not even spring yet. Technically spring's like 5 days. all the snow's gone. Well, yeah, if it rains, then all the snow will disappear for sure. We had a big ice storm this year out this way. That was the biggest hit of weather. Like, it was snowing a little bit, but like it was more ice than snow. Oh, take a hit of damage there. But like right now, it is absolutely pouring. I'm guessing we're in a tornado watch probably. We are in a tornado watch until 3 a.m. and it's heavy rain until about 2 a.m. and then it's gonna disappear. So yay us! It's gonna be great. But the nice thing is my computer's gonna die no matter what. If we lose power, so. Alright, so we finished that. Piled on the salt. Lurking in the pillar's shadow. So any percent so far. Nope. Okay, path to the meat plateau. Atop the jutting crag. That is gonna be around. I need to go this way. This one I did not get in the right order before either. Off the jutting crag, yes it is. And then is this an ingredient 2? Atop a column in a row. And then we do not get salt yet, but we are going to get the checkpoint. Top a column, that's good. Now we are warping to the meat plateau. And then surrounded by tall mountains. So if moonless, any percent, no skips. I'll read that in a minute. Now we go back to salt. If moonless, any percent, no skips, just getting the moons in the right order, wouldn't skips be just considered any percent? No. Because we get the moons out of order. I would read the rules on it. Because basically you have to go in order, but you can skip those moons. But if you skip it, you cannot go back. That's how that works. So like if you get moon 1 and you get the next moon you get is moon 4, you can no longer get moons 2 and 3 on that list. So it makes you like think about a route. There is a route. I briefly looked at it, but I haven't had the time to practice that kind of route yet. Overlooking a bunch of ingredients. The lantern on the small island is the last. About 10 minutes. Not bad. Faster than I thought. By the time it's all said and done, it'll be a lot closer to 11 minutes, but still. Yeah, it'll be closer to 11 minutes, but in terms of this pace, gotta assume we're gonna have a 10-minute Bowser's. And then Moon's about 6 minutes, so plus the 3:30 ruined. Okay. Ruined, obviously we got one moon. Crazy. I think my mic doesn't pick that up because I have my mic filters on, but I mean you can really hear that. Okay. That was pretty bad. The rain and thunder outside. It is storming very bad. We are on a tornado watch, I think. But obviously, if you're saying here what, it cannot be heard on stream. It worked. See, now I can see all the text. Okay, dragon. Ready? It's nice rune boss. Pretty clean. I wish I could be consistent with Ruined. Like, consistently a little bit under 320. I think this might be under 320 because of, like, switch to loads, but, like, I've never been great at Ruined. Like, you know, I know it's just ultimately a few seconds at the end of the day, but still. Alright. Heading into Bowser's Kingdom coming up. We do need to make sure we get the checkpoint for the first island. Because we have to go and get the moon there. Yeah, that was a 21. Rune 3-1x. Really? I got it like once in like 2019 and then I couldn't get it for like years or something like that. Behind the big wall, I think it's just bird ram. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna backflip and... I think that's what I'm supposed to do, but... Possible, but not the easiest time. The other checkpoint we need to get is the souvenir shop. Because we're getting treasure inside the turret. Once again, another... Like, behind the big wall, okay, it makes sense. But what about the Goomba Moon that you use at, like, the very beginning? I think it's, like, stacking up the wall or something like that. I don't know, that one feels like you could do that. Okay. And so treasure in the turret will come back for that, obviously. We can't get that yet. All these moons, of course, we could get, but it would invalidate this run. We don't want to do that. Now, I'm curious if you would to do this, and then you just randomly collect a moon that's out of order in moon. What would happen? Would the run still be valid because you don't need any moons in moon? Mods, if you're watching this, please let me know in the comments. Ooh. Nice. Ain't moon just any percent. It is. Because you don't need any moons. The only time you ever really get moons in moon on a first visit is if you're doing like a post-game category. Or if you're doing all moons, no post-game. Which, that one makes sense. Makes sense. But if, like, the game ends at moon, there's no point. Wow, that was not what I wanted. Yeah. Cloud, Ruined, and Moon are usually ones that are any percent kingdoms. Just what really is there going to be a difference? Like Cloud, there's never a time where you're not gonna do the same thing. And then Ruined, obviously you can get the moons there, but that's only all moons to post game. Alright, so we don't need any more checkpoints here because we're not going any further than this. We're just gonna get up and fight the mech and then do those elements earlier in the kingdom. Just looking at the time right now, and my estimate is I'm going to be in between 140 and 145 for this run. Which is pretty decent. Okay. Okay. That's not what I wanted to do. I've learned to need to do that. Okay. No! No! I need to learn the best time to do that because I have messed up that multiple times. Okay, that was devastating. Could be better. Okay. Get a loss. Learn target acquired, yeah, because that's easy. That is, because that's really easy. I've gotten topper acquired. I didn't get it in this one, but I have learned topper acquired if I can do it consistently. But I'm not going to do target acquired for sure if I can't consistently get topper acquired. But I'm at the point where I should start hitting Spewart early instead of waiting for the 5 steps. Because it's a good time save to start implementing. But I don't really care that much about any percent still. Big goal next is to get sub 105. Alright. We have to warp third courtyard front. Just right there. Okay. Now we don't need the bird here. This is behind the big wall, yes, and then we are going to warp to the souvenir shop. And then we will get one more moon, and then we will have all the moons we need in order. So we just have to finish the game. Treasure inside the turret. And I'm hoping, mods, please. I'm good here. I am gonna double check real quick. See if I have to go through this route again. Because some routes, they make you go through the moon list. Make sure you got them in order, but I'm not sure if this is one of them. Alright, no skips. Well, currently, unless we get a 9-minute moon, we will come in at 7th place out of 9, which is not great. But I can see that these runners that are on this list are like way better than me at 80%, so I'm okay with that. 1, 2, 3. That vector did not like me. That vector is one thing that can save me. I'm here still. No vector there, but it's okay. Six, 7. Nice. Okay, show rules. Category rules. Oh, that was bad. Just gonna take the L here. Moons cannot be skipped. We'll invalidate the run. That was the second time I literally like just randomly turned around. Why did the fast hat just not like me? This will be a 6-minute. About a 142. Probably 141. High 140. But really, I mean, not a ton of time save I have. Maybe like little things here and there, but in terms of like really improving this, I don't know what else it can do. So this will be a good time to leave on the boards for a bit. Amazing. Yep. It'll be right there. Wow. So 141. Moonless 80% Ninja Zane in 141.48. Not bad, not bad. And good enough for a 7th place. If I wanted 6th place, I would have to get 134. So if I was just doing this to get a good place, that ain't gonna happen easily. Saving 7 minutes is not gonna be easy on this route. All right, let me just look here and see. I don't have to, but I'm going to just in case those mods want them. And watch, I'm gonna mess up. It's gonna be like, man, I got that one moon. It was just out of order. But we'll scroll through the moon list just to be sure. All right, cap, nothing. Cascade, yay. Everything here, yay. 1 through 6, yes. 1 through 12, yes. Nothing. 1 through 10, yes. 1 through 16, yes. 1 through 8, yes. 1 through 8, yes. 1 through 14, yes. 1, 6. We are good. Yay. Amazing. Amazing. You guys are watching on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. Mods, thank you for verifying. That was a little bit longer of a pause than I needed to be, but it's fine. And hoping that stream did not die at all, and I'm able to upload that to YouTube. That was a pretty good run. So what I'm curious about, because the next category I'll probably do is the non-skips version. No, I mean the skips version, which any percent, it looks like there's 17 runs on that one, only 9 on the no skips. So there is more people that are doing the skips version. This one, let's see here. The game will only collecting moons in the order they can do that. Yeah. Moons can be skipped while progressing through the moon list. For example, if you connect moon 1 from the list, then you could then collect moon number 6. Doing this, however, means that 2 to 5 are not allowed to be collected, and doing so will invalidate them. Okay. Well, that doesn't change. But let's see. Someone around my TV probably has about, it'll be a 1 to 1x, I'm guessing, would be somewhere be going. That would be my guess. Is there any other category extensions for short? You know what? Not a fan of this. But it is a thing we can do. That's what we're going to do. Alright. We're going to do one more run. We're going to see if I have the splits for it still. We're going to save this. Hopefully that's saved. Alright, that did save a screenshot, which is great. So we do have that completely saved. Alright, we are going to... We're going to do a nipple percent run. We're going to do a nipple percent run with no hint art. Alright, so we're going to switch this, switch to no hint art to version 1. Oh, I'm gonna get rid of it. These are no longer good. Alright. So we're gonna do one nipple percent run. I don't care how bad it is. If it sucks, it sucks. I'm assuming it will. So, I really don't even know the route. We are going to switch language because we don't need to be in this language anymore.
Super Mario Odyssey!
Let's get rid of this one. And like I said, one run. All right, we are doing a nipple percent run here. One run, no hint art. I don't know if I've ever done this before. Let's see how it goes. Ready, set, go. I am estimating about 11 minutes. based on all the times I'm seeing on here, I'm gonna say 11 minutes. Probably about right. Because I think you have to do. Yeah, you have to go dino sub area. Pointer right. Okay. I'm guessing this is fastest on 1.0, right? You'd think. Okay. Alright, so is it worth it to get all the coins here? I'm guessing so? Alright, so we got cap done. About 250. Let's see. World record's actually in 1.4.1. Okay, so here, I'm actually thinking we go straight to Madame Root, because we can't get the Luigi hint art. So that's the whole key here. We cannot get the Luigi hint art. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, well that 140. Okay. How many coins are we at here? And This is worth it to get these coins. For 176. I think there's 200 from sand. If you go to Sphinx, 210. There's also that big coin stack there. Is that decent? Look at how many coins that is. Okay. So yo, what's up, Rift? How's it going? Yeah, you made it for probably the end. Close to the end, at least. But still, the part of the stream. Alright, 293. I'm thinking that stack might be good. Okay, so we're gonna try one more time. And we'll see here. Like, is that worth it? I don't know. I did not get dupes there. Okay. We're gonna try what we have here. And see what we can do. Hope your Sunday night's going well, Rift. Yeah, this will be more like this will be more like so where's that? We do that first. That's probably, we'll have to see. Like, is that faster? Like, it's only an extra little bit. I don't know if this, I really don't know what the route is here. If you're supposed to get that other coin stack. Because there is that big coin stack in the ice room. Alright, so we're gonna just keep rolling. We obviously do have to get this checkpoint here, but other than that, let's keep rolling. Okay, so we're 820. Okay, so we have just so I know. Oh, it's only 946. We're still 50 coins short. Where do I find 50 coins? I know how to find a bunch of coins, but I don't like this idea. That should be enough, but I'm not a fan of that. Okay, so not a great move. That's not a. I think it's 130, 140 coins. Yeah, this is not great. Should have just done the Dino Room again. This should be enough, though. $1,001. It just... "13 minutes. We will try that again later, but at the end of the next... Whenever we do the next SMO run, I'm going to try that again. Because that was a bad run. Where would that put me on the leaderboard? That would put me 135th on the leaderboard. That's not great. Yeah. There's definitely a route for that, and I need to figure that out. I'll do that later. But it's a run. Not sure that one will end up on YouTube. Or we'll do another run back at some point. I might even do some offline runs of this. Because 13 minutes, that's something I could do offline. Alright. Let's take a look here. If there is anything here. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and end it here. But I appreciate all you guys for hanging out in the stream, however long you've been hanging out. We will be back next week on YouTube and Twitch for the final part of Lego Batman 1. We will be finishing the game. It will probably be about 2 or 3 hours. It might be a shorter stream, but I'm 99% sure we will finish the game in the next stream. So excited for that. If you're wanting to watch the VOD for part 5, Copyright took my video and said we can't have anybody watch that right now, so I'm trying to work on that. So hopefully that video will go up at some point soon. It might take a little while for that video to actually show up um back on YouTube. So sorry about that. You can watch the whole VOD on Twitch though. So if you want to revisit the part 5, you can watch that. Yeah, it was interesting. They had the whole thing. It thought it was part of a movie. It thought that the movie was in there. I don't know. I'm like, Lego Batman the movie? Oh, like I don't know. So I'm trying to get that resolved, regardless. So that will hopefully be back up on YouTube at some point. But it is here on Twitch still, so it's still viewable here. And then I need to get the couple VODs uploaded on the VODs channel. If you're watching this on the VODs channel, please subscribe. We do appreciate you guys hanging out on this one. All of my Twitch VODs come on here, and if you ever want to watch me live, you can come here on Twitch to watch me live. But we'll be back on, I really don't know, Friday or Saturday. Friday or Sunday. It won't be Saturday. Either Friday or Sunday this week for Batman. And I have a lot of recording to do and things like that. So, but Batman this week, and then in 2 weeks will be another Jedi Survivor. So that'll be then. And then I have I'd like to do some offline streams, but I don't know if that's gonna happen this week due to a lot of things going on. It's been busy. I have not had a ton of time. I haven't really had time to get on Discord. So keep me accountable, guys. Keep me on Discord. Keep messaging. And then I have a couple fun ideas for other random stream things. So just keep tuned for that. March is, I guess it's just the whole year has just been crazy so far. So, but appreciate y'all for hanging out. And we will see you guys later. See you later.